Today's adventure begins as the recording of this Monday, April 14th, 2025. What the heck is this? Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. I thought that was a self-driving Zamboni, but in fact, it's not. It's a vendor. Got 23 seconds to cross this road. Be going to an underground mall and just see what else there is in this general vicinity of Seoul, South Korea. Got my trusty umbrella. That is a unique building over there. Look at that thing. Look at that. I'm inviting you on a rainy day, rainy, cool, and crisp day. Let's get inside. And I'm inviting you to join me. It's good to have you here. Shall you? You know, watching Mary Poppins so many times throughout my youth and into my adulthood, it makes me sad, but you're not allowed to feed the birds. Most cities, you're not supposed to feed the birds. Mary Poppins would not be proud. I'm looking for the Starfield Coex Mall, which I believe is right behind me. Here's a very classic Korean architecture here. Love it. But before going into that underground mall, I'm gonna check this out. Lumbini Park. Paper mache, perhaps? This is amazing. Really enjoying my time here so far. I really don't have a major game plan. Each day I kind of just wake up or the night before, come up with an idea. But there's no shortage of things to see here. That is for certain. This reminds me of the place I went yesterday on the tour. Different location, but has the beautiful lanterns there. And as explained yesterday by the guide, the lanterns and the festivities are for Buddha's birthday. I think I remember that correctly. Love these style of buildings. Big building across the way. I believe that is the entrance to the underground mall right over there. Huge complex, it appears. In fact, it might not even be underground. Maybe it's above ground. Either way, it's a huge mall. Check it out. Coex Northgate, the layout of the land. Quite a few things in here. Department store. The Starfield Mall, 15. Okay, you are here. I'm assuming I can walk in this building and get over into the mall area. Also the Starfield Library, which I want to check out. And there's an aquarium in here on the first basement level. There's also an aquarium in the Mall of America in Minnesota. Okay, I kind of wondered if I was in the right place. That answers the question. Starfield Coex Mall. Going down, down, down. Love the vending machines here. Take a look at the Coca-Colas. They're like long, slender bottles of Coca-Cola. Original taste, also known as Coke Classic. This must be like a cold coffee there. See a lot of vending machines here in Korea. There's the entrance to the mall. They are working on building a new aquarium experience. Evidently owned by the Sea Life Corporation, this franchise. is everywhere. So there's Sea Life in Orlando also, at the Icon Park. But they're expanding. Capsule Pang. It's just a bunch of vending machines. Yeah, look. It's just rows of vending machines. Pressed butter sandwich. Oh, it's a key ring, but it's supposed to look like a sandwich. See a lot of these as well. You can get all these little figurines. Oh, you can even get a little fake toad. That's cute. Oh, a snapping turtle. These are really good size little figurines. Sanrio characters. It's a pretty expansive place, at least on this level. Oh, evidently there's multiple floors. 1F. Right, there's 1F. B1F. And B2F. Looks like the most expansive of all of them is B1F, which I think is the level I'm on. It's 11:36 a.m. right now. Here at the Case Gallery is a really large Minnie Mouse stuffed plush. Huge Minnie Mouse. I mean, this is a cell phone case right there, so that gives us a comparison here. There's even a little road marked down here to know where to walk. Getting a fruit smoothie here from Jamba Juice. Had one the other day. I feel like getting another. I'm getting a strawberry one today. All right, I just took a sip. Pretty dang tasty. Real strawberry blended here, so nice. There's anybody standing on the edge here. It's a little seating area people are sitting at, and then you have a little stage down there. A little performance stage in here. Turns out not only are these little pathways to know where to walk, but they're also cushioning. So you have the hard floor here, and you got the cushioned floor there. And I guess for mall walkers, they have distance here. All right, there is a library in here, and when I say library, I mean a next level freaking library. What the heck? Is this reality? I mean, I guess it's a bookstore, but they call it a library. There's a massive Starbucks inside of it. The roof is just not open air, but you can see up through it. Look at all these freaking books up here. How do they even reach the top? I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before, in all honesty. See, it is in fact a real library. Everyone's taking photos, everyone. Definitely never gonna run out of books in here to read. All right, right across from the library is a Pan Am store. Gotta be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a Pan Am store. I've seen some stuff kind of floating around online for some of the retro Pan Am merch, but they're an actual store in the mall that sells all the vintage stuff. Pan Am, I don't even know if that's even an airline anymore. I don't think it is. The Butter Shop. I see a really large kitty over there. Butter, General Shop, Butter Shop. Must be the mascots right there. Wow. Milk Cat School. Stop in here and see what this is all about. The store is absolutely super cute. I mean, I just noticed how many different mascots and how many different, animal figures that all these different companies utilize over here. So like everywhere you go, there's like a mascot, and this place is no exception. The Butter family of the store Butter, Milk Cat School. There's just every kind of cute little accessory that you could ever think of in the form of cats is in here. It's like cat overload heaven. Stuffed cat overload. Plushy cat overload heaven. Here at the Milk Cat School. Butter is the name. I've never heard of the company before. I saw one of these on a tour the other day. We were driving around and I looked out the window and I saw a store. Maybe when I was walking down one of the shopping districts, but this is the first time I've been in one of these stores to see what it really even is. Very, very cute. Look at these two cats right here holding a number 2 pencil. Milk Cat School and the Butter family. Adorable. All right, back out onto, well, not street level yet, but trying to open my umbrella up. There we go. Go back outside, do a little exploring out here. My jacket zipped up, my beanie on now. Temperature's dropped a little bit. Interesting design over there for the roof of a building. It almost looks like one of those like ball play areas, like an old Mickey D's or something. It's the roof. It's just the art design of the top of the building. Notice over here is another one of those smoking boxes. There's no one in there at the moment. But there's all these little no smoking areas. I've also noticed if people don't use the no smoking boxes, you'll see sometimes in an alley somewhere there'll be 5, 10, 12, 15 people all smoking in an alley, but they can't smoke in these areas that are designated no smoking areas. And most of the places around town, in fact, are no smoking areas. And then they have these boxes, but right now, no one's utilizing the smoking box. Kind of a nice vibe walking around here in the rain. It is not anywhere near as cold as it was yesterday. Yesterday was wild. Like snow came out of nowhere. In fact, it's relatively, I don't want to say warm, but warmer than it was yesterday. Okay, this is amazing. This is the hand formation, the hand gesture from Gangnam Style, the smash hit from many years ago. And people are lined up. An incredible amount of people are lined up to do the dance, take the photos in front of the Gangnam Style hand pose. Incredible. And this area, I guess, is where it originated, or where the artist was from, perhaps, or named after this particular area of Seoul, South Korea. Every glad moment, photo bling. You go in there, you take a selfie in there, or take a photo in there. It's a photo booth, but it's a VW bus right here along the side of the road. Gangnam fire station right there. There's the fire trucks. Well, one's a fire truck. The other one looks like a bus of some sort. See them in operation. There's two fields over here. Baseball and football, or two baseball fields. I'm gonna walk over there and check it out. One with the LG Twins and the Doosan Bears, I'm assuming. I wonder where the next game is. Alright, here's the layout of the land. Evidently, these were built for the Olympics back in 1988, right there, Seoul, 1988. This complex, and they're still continuing to use it. Baseball stadium is one I was just showing, but there's also Olympic Stadium up here. Then you got gymnasium, swimming pool, student gymnasium, and I even see the 5 circles from the Olympics up here on the side of the Olympic Stadium. That's pretty cool. I feel like the temperature might be dropping a little bit. It's known as Star Street. Does not appear as if there's a game. It's interesting how the team buses are just sitting over there. It's also interesting you can just walk the perimeter of the stadium, like right up to the stadium. I was actually watching some Korean baseball on TV the other night, and it was pouring rain. No rain delays. They don't pull a tarp out over the field. No one leaves. Crowd was going wild. I'd like to go to a game, but I don't know if it's going to work out. Maybe, though. Maybe. Is that a leaf blower? This is really a cool walkthrough here. Guessing I'm in Olympic Park now. Evidently, I'm a couple miles from Olympic Park, so maybe I'll grab an Uber and head over to Olympic Park since I'm kind of on doing some Olympic-y stuff. Go over and check that out. Same vicinity, but it's a couple miles that way. All right, Uber taxi ordered. You can order taxis through the Uber app. Get out of the elements for a little bit because hands are a little cold. I feel like the temperature is dropping, so it'd be nice to be in a car for a little while. All right, he's off. The Uber taxi and the bus. Olympic Park, right over there. There's another taxi. They're everywhere. I've arrived at Olympic Park, Seoul Olympic Park, 1988. You got the first, second, third place. This tiger got second place, hold up to number 2. This cute little is a panda or I don't know what this is. The number 3, first place would be right there, but probably pretty slick if you stood up on there. And this very impressive, I don't want to call it an archway, but very impressive piece. the World Peace Gate. As shown there is a night view of it, nightscape. It's fantastic. Wow, it's cloudy out. These birds. They just swoop down. This is looking the opposite way. Take a look at the huge tower there, just engulfed in clouds. Is this supposed to be the flame that's always on? Or they just translated on this app, the door. We cut off the torch. Gas of peace due to natural disasters. Please excuse me. Okay. So they had to turn the torch off. That was certainly the thing I was most excited about seeing. Is the flame that's always burning from the Olympics continually, but evidently there was an issue. Got all the flags there in this courtyard. Alright, looking at it back the other way from here, now that is awesome. Look at that, that is cool. $1988. This is also a very unique sculpture here. So peaceful in this area. What you doing? Digging through the leaves? A lot of standing water. And a lot of sculptures. Interesting tree there that's split down the middle, being held up by these rods. And this, I wasn't expecting all these sculptures through here. There's bunches of them. Let's see what this signifies. This was made in '85. So that would have been 3 years before the Olympics were here. In this sculpture, a mother carrying a child in the back represents South America, a mysterious and fanciful region of the world. This one was made in '88. It's supposed to represent a discus thrower. There's benches here, and there's a little iron covering, and there's tree roots or trees that have rooted itself from the top portion around the iron portion there at the end. This chain that's mounted to the rock, it's called Dog's Own World. The artist named it that. It represents this dog who's in his own world. King of the castle, if you will, on his steps. Does not look very happy, so probably created in a not in a positive aspect with the chain. I mean, obviously all art is up for interpretation. I mentioned a little bit ago that yesterday was a lot colder than it is today. I take that back. The temperature has dropped, and the fact that the longer I'm out in the elements, it's definitely starting to sink into the bones. Here's an interesting piece of art too as well. It's like, I don't know what that's supposed to be over there. It's big though. Interesting. There's like a wheel of some sort, wheel of doors. This was created in '88 as well, called Impersonation Station. Every event, I am distressed whenever I think about that history has not been true since a certain point in time. If not recognized, human beings may disappear from the earth. Oh, it's got a clock on this end. Look at that. There's a clock on that end. A wheel on the other end. Interesting. That is a big thumb. That's what it's called. It's called the Thumb. Another very unique looking building over here. This looks to be, now that's something that was used for the Olympics also. It's like a shopping center, but it's across the road, all made out of glass, huge glass windows on that building. There might be quite a few food options over here. Maybe go get a bowl of soup or something similar, something warm. Well, assuming that something's open over here. Flower shop's open. It actually looks like you go inside. That's why it doesn't look like anything's going on outside, because you go in through these doors and you go into the indoor section of the glass mall. That makes sense. Yeah, see, it's all like a little indoor mall over here. Pretty neat. All right, didn't see anything inside that caught my attention, so I think I'm gonna head back over to the area that my hotel's in, see what I can find food-wise. All right, there goes my Uber taxi, just dropped back off. Try to find some food over in this neighborhood. That's what this is over here. Since 1982. Soup stew. Must try. I wonder how that is. Alright, this looks pretty good. Oh, break time, okay. They're not open, they're taking a break. Alright, this place I think is open. I'll check this place out. Open. Give it a try. So I didn't really know what to order. I was kind of going through, browsing through the menu. Definitely didn't really understand the type of food it was, but the worker, the lady who worked in there, was very, very kind. And she said, well, what you're picking out is going to be extremely spicy. I said, let's do it. Called the Royal Traditional Yagaikjang. Yagaikjang. Could be pronouncing that wrong, probably am. I must say, it was probably the spiciest soup I've ever had. I don't know if it's the spiciest food, but thankfully I had some rice. I didn't dump the rice in the bowl like I did yesterday. When I was on the tour, I had a different item. I had rice. I just kind of dumped it in the soup because the rice acted almost as like a chaser for the heat. So I would get a little spiced up with the soup. It was like a beef stew of sorts. And then I would chase it with the rice, and then I provide a little tea. So I had the tea. Pretty good. Royal Traditional Yagaikjang. I would eat there again. I thought, you know, when I order this, I might only eat like a couple bites and just not be into it, but it was good. It was good. And my sinuses are open. My mouth is burning. My taste buds are ignited. I think I'm gonna go over here to the Nice to See You store, get something to drink. Maybe get a snack, and then call it an evening. It was a full day, full rainy, wet, cold day. Full rainy, wet, cold day. Yeah, Nice to See You stores. These are very, very popular around here. Nice to See You stores. Kind of remind me of Bugles. Kind of Bugle-esque. I got some of these yesterday, not the Bugles, but I got some of these the other day. They were pretty good, so I'm getting some more. They were pretty tasty. And that's going to do it for today. A full rainy day in Seoul, South Korea. Cold, rainy, wet. Really hoping the next day or two or more than that warms up just a little bit and it stops raining. But it's not unbearable, but it would be pleasant if it wasn't as chilly and rainy. See you in the next video. Vlog is over.